What is going on, guys? Corrosive Bullet here, and today we're going to be going over the update that came to the Fusion World client. Once again, going in, just like last time, we're going to go into this blind. We're going to see what all has or hasn't been changed. We know the ban list is put into effect, but in terms of other stuff that may have been pushed, we'll have to kind of wait and see. But let's get in here and see what the changes were. Okay, so let's go to notices. Alright, so game rule revision notice. So the game rules have been revised in accordance to the system changes for version 2.1. I think this is referring to, yes, drawing first, basically drawing first. So before, the player who goes first would not draw on their first turn, but after the update, now first-time players or first players will be drawing on their first turn, which is good. Doing that in testing actually feels a lot more coherent, consistent, especially when you're playing a crit leader. It always feels bad to go first as a crit leader. So having that extra draw and going from 6 to 7 as opposed to going down to 5, just feels better. Banned and restricted units and cards. So, I mean, we've had plenty of conversations. Everybody in the community's had conversations about this. So, if you don't know already, the 1-drop Master Roshi in red and the 4-drop Double Strike Rebrianne are banned. And Kefla, the SR Kefla in red, is now limited to 1. So, because they implemented this, it applies to all battle modes. Because they implemented, so that's actually interesting. So it's not even just free play. Free play, you don't even, they're applying this to free play as well, which is interesting. I figured it would just be ranked strictly, but the fact that it's also free play is actually welcome as well. So compensation details for people who have, so banned and restricted cards that you own will continue to remain in your card possession list. So a wild card of the same rarity for each of the number of banned cards owned, and then a wild card of the same rarity for each of the number of excess cards owned. So Roshi was uncommon, Rebrianne I think was rare. So if you got full play sets of those, you will get 4 copies of those wild cards. And then for the restricted cards, wild card of the same rarity for each of the number of excess cards owned. For me, I think I had like 5 or 6 copies of Kefla. So in theory, I should be getting about 4 or 5 SR wild cards, which is good because there's still some stuff that I'm missing in yellow and whatnot. So I'm fine with that. So all players who possess the designated banned cards and or 2 or more restricted cards by the maintenance, so it applies to everybody before the maintenance. Changes to drop rates from packs. Okay, so that's good too. They changed the packs as well. So those cards will no longer be obtained. And then the restricted cards, they still exist, and I guess you just get extra, SR material or wildcard material. So that's good. Additional notes. Please note that although you can create up to 4 cards of banned and restricted cards using wild cards, the number of these cards that can be placed in your deck will be limited. Decks containing banned and restricted cards made before the implementation of the regulation will need to be rebuilt. That makes sense. Banned and restricted cards may be added and removed depending on game balance. That makes sense. Yeah, so these cards can always come back. These cards, this is not a definitive oh, they'll never come back, they're done. No, this is to be expected. These cards can come back at any time, and Kefla can always go up to a 2 of, a 3 of, or a full play set of. So that's good. That's good. Then let's look at the update itself, if it mentions anything that's changed. So obviously we're gonna get some compensation for those who owned eligible banned cards. That makes sense. So now we're going down here. So they made improvements to matchmaking. They added the banned and restricted cards, adjusted the card rates in which they can be obtained in some decks. Compensation for those there. Changed the charge rules. They made some changes to the UI. and made adjustments, or they made changes to the tutorial and then made adjustments to the UI, and that's pretty much it. So, so let's take a look and see here. So I only got 3 wild cards. I'm assuming, okay, I would have thought that they would have given more SR cards depending on how many copies you had of whether it was alt art or regular. I didn't think that there was going to be, oh, well, I didn't think it was going to be, I mean, I guess it makes sense. We went from a playset of Kefla to down to 1. So it's basically replacing the 3 from your playset. Which, I mean, that's still fine. Like, SR wild cards aren't, like, they're not easy to obtain, so I guess that makes sense. That works. That works out. So, still no changes or updates to... No. Okay. So, I was kind of hoping that maybe, since they teased it, that the draft mode that they talked about on the JP Twitter would have been like maybe that would have been implemented, but I guess maybe that was in reference to maybe set 3. We won't get that till set 3, so that's fine. That's okay. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Real quick video, nothing too crazy. We're just going over the update changes and kind of going in. I think a lot of people will be very pleased and happy to see that the ban list is now in effect. Topku has now been reduced to nothing, and people can now kind of play what they want to play. So, and just before we end the video, quick, this weekend we will be trying to host a tournament, and I will be giving away some. I'll be giving away some set 2 booster pack code cards. Will probably be the last tournament that we host for set 2 due to the ban list, and obviously people aren't going to want to be pulling a million Keflas to not be able to use it. So, so I think this will probably be the last set 2 tournament that we host before we go into set 3. So if you guys want to join us on that tournament, feel more than free to join us on Twitch at twitch.tv/corrosivebullet. Link will be down in the description below if you guys want to partake in that. Will probably be Saturday or Sunday, so if you guys want to indulge, you're more than welcome to come and join us. But that's going to do it for this short video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I appreciate the love and support that you guys always bring to the channel every day. The videos have been doing good. The shorts have been doing really good. And I appreciate all the new subscribers that have come and joined us. So thank you guys again. I will see you guys all in the next Fusion World video. Peace.